event in a very interesting direction and talk about Sanatan Dharma philosophy and its all-encompassing virtues concerning environment with our next speaker, Acharya Pratishtha Ji. Acharya Ji is an internationally acclaimed yoga guru, culture expert, Indian classical dance exponent and guru, mind therapist, author, and a former diplomat with more than 40 television shows on yoga on leading TV channels. She is also a member of the Committee for Yoga Protocol on Diabetes, Government of India, and Yoga Certification Steering Committee, Quality Council of India, and also a member of Indian Yoga Association. It's a pleasure to host you today on She Talks Nature, Acharya Ji.
Thank you. Thank you, Gitanjali Ji. Thank you so much.
Please enlighten us, Acharya Ji, about the traditional Indian values concerning environment and how do they impact your outlook and attitude in everyday life?
Yeah, Gitanjali Ji, first of all, I would really like to thank the organizers, not for having me, but for coming up with this very, very important topic of global importance. And when we talk about She Talks Nature, so we come from a culture which says Yatra Narastu Pujjante Ramante Tatra Devata, where we not just we adore women, the feminine power, because she is not just a creator, but also a wonderful medium to bring a change in society. And Basic Association and all the associates of this program have come up with this concept of She Talks Nature. Now, when I talk about environment, since I am a yogi and coming from a background of yoga, when we talk about pranayam, when we talk about asana, when we talk about the spiritual importance of yoga and of course lifestyle, it came up to my mind that we are treating patients, we are healing them, but what when there is no oxygen level, appropriate oxygen level? What are we going to do? Is this pranayam going to work then? What that we talk about the 5 elements of this human body, but we are not taking care of the 5 elements outside. What when we talk about spiritual elevation, when we come from a culture where we are taught to do sun salutation, where we are taught to offer your prayers and your gratitude to Mother Nature, to Earth, to Sun, where we offer fire puja, but we are not taking care of either soil or water or sun and all these different elements. That was the moment that we realized that along with our yoga training, we have to bring this awareness among people that if you want to take benefit of all these herbs that you are using, you need to grow them, and you are equally responsible to grow them. You're equally responsible to take care of your environment. And then, Gitanjali Ji, I strongly feel when I look at my cultural background, when I look at this, as you said, Sanatan Sanskriti, where we offer yagya, which is a wonderful medium to increase the levels of oxygen. And now even several researches have been done on that. Then other than that, where we offer prayers to Tulsi plant, we offer prayers to people plant just because they emit oxygen 24 hours. That means somewhere traditionally, we always knew the importance of nature, and to protect and preserve Mother Nature, all these rituals had been made. And this is the high time that we take a U-turn and we walk towards this path of universal harmony. So when I talk about yoga and universal harmony, yoga itself means to unite. Yoga itself means once we learn to live in harmony with other people around us, with other beings around us, and most important, with Mother Nature. So I strongly feel that following the path of spirituality, following the path of love, following the path of care, we need to take care of environment. We need to spread love around us, not only among the fellow humans, but also among all living beings, and especially towards nature. And that is the universal message of yoga, that we learn to live in union. We learn to live in unity today, when people are scattered, when nations are scattered, when world is scattered, we need a science to unite, and that union happens through yoga. And when I say yoga, it is not only a mere set of physical exercises or a mere set of respiratory practices. Very important part of yoga is yam and niyam, where we talk about non-violence, where we talk about the part of truthfulness, where we talk about protecting Mother Nature, where we do Surya Namaskar, Chandra Namaskar, where each and every posture is also dedicated to Mother Nature. You know, we do vrikshas and tree pose. We do practices which are concerned with soil, which are concerned with water. So we need to accept yoga in totality and accept it as a lifestyle. I was attending a very interesting incident happened with me. I was attending since I have also served as a senior diplomat, so I was in another country and we were attending a seminar on environmental issues. And you will be surprised that every speaker had a water bottle. You know, it was given from organizers. Everybody opens that bottle and they took 2 sips, and each and every bottle was kept there with more than half water in each bottle. So I was the last speaker. I spoke on my subject, and then I requested everyone, let's be the change that we want to bring in society. We are talking about environmental issues, but right now each and everyone has wasted so much of water. So let's take our bottles with us. This is not a symbol of status that we have just taken few sips and left all the remaining water. With very tiny, small things, we can bring a change. I still remember I was posted at one of a very prominent country, and there we had a very, very huge office of around 5 acres of land and a huge building, and there was a lot of green area. So I decided to come up with the concept of herbal medicinal garden. So we call it Ayurbagia. And that gave a different vision to it, that it's not that just you need to grow plants. We should also have the awareness to protect those plants, to take care of those plants which we have grown. And also, it's always better if we grow those plants which tomorrow can help other beings as well. So we grew a lot of medicinal plants there, especially those plants that emit oxygen most of the time. And then even the president of that country visited us, and he was very, very happy with this concept. Then he requested us, His Excellency, the president of that country, to bring one same Ayurbagia at the State House. And we did that as well. So I'm just talking about very tiny steps which we need to take. We started one initiative of bringing this awareness among youngsters. As I believe, you know, if there is a mud vessel, when it is completely prepared, you cannot change the shape of that vessel. But when that clay is in its softer version, you can give it any shape you desire. So it's very, very important that we touch the youngsters, we touch the younger generation, we make them feel love towards nature, especially in today's time when most of the time, you know, they are just occupied in gadgets and they are living in a virtual world. We need to bring them out of their houses. We need to teach them how to take care of plants. We need to teach them how to be grateful to Mother Nature. Be grateful for the water you are getting. Be grateful for the food you are getting. Be grateful for the sunlight you are getting. And we have made it a part of our curriculum. And we are trying to teach it to younger people so that they are that kachimiti, you know, which can be given any kind of shape. And we are seeing very, very positive results dealing with these younger kids. So I believe very small, it's not important that of course, we organize big events, very good, but it's very, very important. Like just now, this event, when I heard of it, She Talks Nature, because feminine power is the creative power. Feminine power is the one who can bring a change in her own family, in society, and in a broader picture, she can bring tremendous change. So with these tiny steps, we can definitely bring a change in making our world a better, a healthier, and a happier place.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your pearls of wisdom, Acharya ji. I really, really, enjoyed listening to each and every word of yours. And very truly, you said that, the forgetting the fact that we are in harmony with the nature around us. This is the fact that which is, repeatedly coming in front of us today. That the very reason that we have forgotten that we are one with the nature, the whole idea of yoga. The absence of yoga from the lives of our of the lives of us today is the very reason why we are not realizing that it is us on whose shoulder the responsibility for a better tomorrow lies.
And Gitanjali ji, where you have used a wonderful line, absence of yoga. I call it, even if we have adapted yoga, this yoga became yoga, then it became yoga and meditation, then it became yoga and pranayam, remaining the only physical aspect. And then we talk about just that it's a mere set of physical exercises. We need to accept and adapt it in totality. So when we learn to adapt it and accept it in totality, then only we can bring a change even at the level of body as well. Until and unless we don't learn to live in harmony with Mother Nature, what to say of mind and spirituality, we cannot even bring a positive change in our bodies if we are just talking about body also. But yoga is a science that touches all the levels of human life, whether we talk about physical level, mental level, social level, emotional level, intellectual level, financial level, environmental level, and even spiritual level. So we need to adapt it into that.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your really, really kind words, ma'am. It really, have enlightened us, and it has somewhere struck a chord which was missing from a very long time, that, until and unless we realize that the realms of our individual existence are very closely tied to the different realms of the nature around us, we cannot really work towards the change that we really aspire to see. Thank you so much.